Thank you for joining Pro Solutions Software. We're going to be discussing the paired app for the staff. The first thing that your staff members are going to want to do is download the paired app on the Google Play Store if they're using a Droid, or the Apple App Store if they're using an Apple. They're going to be searching for paired or Pro Solutions paired, and they'll be looking for the black icon with the white outline of the pair. Once downloaded and opened, they'll see this screen. On the left, they'll see the Droid screen. On the right, the iPhone screen, depending on what it is they're logging in with. They'll enter the name of your business, and after finding the name of your business, they'll press the Pair button. After pressing the Pair button, it will ask them, first it will tell them that they are now paired. It will then ask them to register. They can either register as a client on the Droid, register as client, or register as a staff member, register operator. On the iPhone, they'll be asked to register as a client, register later, or register as a staff member under the staff login. Once clicked register, they're able to put in their user ID and password, which is assigned to them by the Transcend software itself. You get to create each staff member's individual user ID and password. Each staff member must have their own user ID and password if they're going to be using the app. The staff member, after putting in their user ID and password, will then click on Login. They'll then be brought to your app. They will never have to do this again. From this point forward, every time they click on the paired app, it will bring them directly to your app. The name of your business will appear at the top, along with the imagery in the background will be imagery that you have approved. So don't worry about this lady in the background here. It'll be perhaps your logo, whatever imagery you've chosen. Your staff members will have access to up to these 7 buttons. I say up to because you are in control of which buttons appear. If there's something you do not want your staff member to do, you can let us know, and with one flip of a switch, that button will be removed from the app. If your staff member clicks on the Book button, it will say the actual day, the current date will appear. They can change the date by selecting Select Date and then Look Up, but it will always start on the current day. They will see their appointment book for that day that they've selected, with every appointment that's on the book showing for that particular day, as well as what are known as open slots. An open slot means that an appointment can be booked in that time. Once a staff member clicks on an open slot, they'll be asked to look up a customer. They'll choose a customer, and then they'll be able to choose from a list of services that they provide. They will then be able to book the appointment. The appointment will not only appear on their smartphone, it will also appear right on your Transcend software in the appointment book with the word web next to it so that you know that it was booked online. If your staff member clicks on service history, they can once again look up a customer. After looking up the customer, they'll be able to see every service that they have provided to the customer. They will not be able to see any services that were provided by another staff member. This is for HIPAA compliance. If your staff member clicks on the Schedule button, they'll be able to put in a date range, and every appointment that they have on the books for them will appear, and they can scroll through them and see them all for whatever the date range may be. Perhaps the coming up weekend, perhaps the following week, whatever date range they've put in, they'll see every appointment that's on the book for the date range that they've selected. If your staff member clicks on Retail History, the staff member will once again be able to pull up a client name. They will then see a list of all product purchases the customer has made, along with the date and the price and the description of the product. Now, this is different than the service history, where they only see the services that they provided. They will not just see the products that they sold. They will be able to see every product that the customer purchased. If your staff member clicks on the Message button, they will be able to send messages directly to your front desk staff. It goes directly to the software. This is not app to app or phone to phone. Although it looks like texting, and works similarly to texting, they will be communicating directly with the software. So the person at the front desk would be able to respond to them. And you can have a real-time conversation. If your staff member clicks on the call sign, very simply, it opens up their telephone on their smartphone, along with your business's telephone number already pre-populated. If your staff member clicks on the Daily Rundown button, they will see these 4 boxes. The first box will have their name. In this case, good afternoon, Jessica. Your next appointment is, and it will give the next appointment, whether it's 15 minutes later, an hour later, a day later, a week later, whatever their next appointment is, will appear in the first box. The second box will show them the number of appointments that are on the appointment book scheduled for them today, as well as the expected revenue that those appointments will bring into the business. The third box shows them what they've accomplished so far that day, the total number of services that have been completed, the total revenue based on those services, the total number of retail units sold, any gratuities that were assigned to them, any discounts given on product sales or service sales that they got credit for selling, and the total revenue based on all of those numbers. Finally, the fourth and final box shows them any additional appointments that they have scheduled for them that day. They can click on the Daily Rundown button as often as they'd like during the day and watch those numbers change. The first time they click on it, first thing in the morning perhaps, they'll see what their day is going to look like. Perhaps they click on it later that morning and they see so far what they've gotten credit for accomplishing. Maybe later in the afternoon as well to see those numbers change. Perhaps at the end of the day when they leave to see what their day looked like. More options are coming in the future, and we always make changes based on our customers' needs. That is the Staff app. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to call 800-710-3879 and select the sales link. We look forward to hearing from you.